Okay, students. So right now we are going to start a mock interview for our student Ria. This interview is for IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, right, Ria?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is this a campus placement?
Yes, sir. This is the company is coming for the campus recruitment.
Okay, okay. So you are in final year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ria. So now let us start and please give us a brief introduction.
Yes, sir. My name is Riya Mishra, and I am I belong from Bihar, and currently I am living in Gurgaon. Apart from that, I am pursuing my BTech in Computer Science and Engineering. This is my final year, and I have done my internship as a business analyst in Shapement Technologies, where my roles and responsibilities were to gather informations of clients, and we were directly involving with the different countries clients, and we were trying to solve their problem, and we were doing some projects related to them. Apart from that, my hobbies are I like to read books, and I'm currently reading Think and Grow Rich, which is basically a book based on self growth. And yes, I like to do blogging, so in my spare time I am mainly focused about writing my blogs and maintaining my websites. Thank you.
Okay. What is the name of your college?
My college name is Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology.
Thapar Patiala.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are attending the classes through online mode right now nowadays?
Yes, sir. Actually, this was my final semester, so I didn't had to attend class because this was the internships, and so there was only one presentation that I had to give, so it is almost done.
Okay, so your internship is in business analytics related, which you
Yes,
told
sir.
us, right?
Yes, sir.
So why did you choose this?
Sir, actually, I was very much inclined towards the business part. When I was in my second year of the BTech, I was reading a book which was Zero to One. It is completely based upon how to grow your business. So there comes this idea of growing my own business after some years. So yes, because of that, like it gave me some inclination towards this business analytics, and I like to talk. I'm quite an extrovert person, so I like to communicate with people, and I actually feel very good about jotting down the requirements and everything, so that I have this proper exposure of learning from different people from different areas, and different, you can say, people belonging from different places. So it gives me actually more opportunity to learn. That's why I choose this field. And also analytics is one of the things that I find myself very inclined towards, because my favorite subject was DBMS, and there I was directly interacting with the databases. So my work as a business analyst was to create database, and to query databases. So that's why it gave me like more opportunity to learn in such field.
Okay, okay. So your long-term career objective is to become a entrepreneur.
Yes, sir. I plan to go into administration part, and business is one of the major inclination of mine. So that's why, like, I am planning to join IOCL, because the company is coming for the business role in our college. So that's
Okay, but your background is in computer science. Okay,
yes, yes, sir.
so why are you not more inclined towards that core computer science subjects or computer science careers, related careers?
Yes, sir. So sir, when I was doing my diploma, I was very much inclined towards the software development part, and I was doing freelancing in my spare time. So when I was doing freelancing, I just figured out one thing, that I am not a kind of person who can sit in a cubicle and code for like days, or for like hours. I'm a kind of person who like to interact with people. So that's why this business and these things came into my mind.
So
yes,
this was this experience was during your diploma course, right?
yes, sir.
So then why did you choose this BTech in computer science? Why not BBA?
Yes, sir. Sir, when my diploma was completely based in computer science and engineering. So when I realized that this core part is not for me, so I basically tried to learn more, and I wanted to get some more exposure. And by that, I thought that doing a graduation in the same field would lead me to some data analyst or business analyst role, because these are the other roles that I can get after doing my graduation in computer science. It's not completely core based. Like if I want to pursue my career in analytics and like business intelligence, I can do after doing my BTech.
Okay, okay.
That's why.
So as you told us that your long-term career objective is to become an entrepreneur, right?
Yes, sir.
So it means if you join Indian Oil, then
Yes.
after some years you may quit your job.
Sir, as I said that my main focus is somewhere related to business. So as this company is coming in our college for the business role, and sir, my long term goal is like I don't know after 5 years where I will be and what I will be pursuing. But one thing I must know that after 5 years. Um, in any company or in any with any team, if I am working, I will work and I'll give my knowledge to the company, and I'm ready to learn from the team. So it's the learning that should never stop. So I'm mainly focused towards this. And
Okay,
yes, as I said,
so then why IOCL only? You may get such organizations which are working in your area of interest. There are various private organizations also. Then why not you planning to go there? Why IOCL?
sir, as I am very much inclined towards the public sector also. So when IOCL, when we got this notification of IOCL coming in in our college, so like I actually wanted to get into this because this is something which I actually wanted to pursue. And if I am getting such opportunity, because as I actually felt after working in a private sector, I felt that there are there can be a lot of learning opportunity in both the field, in public sector and in private sector. But as I have worked in private sector, and I actually feel that I can be more I can be more you say productive when I'll work with IOCL or in a public sector, because I was very much inclined towards the public sector, sir.
Why?
So
Why? What is the reason behind that?
sir, because public sector is something that actually I don't know, sir, how to answer this.
Hmm? Okay. Okay. So what do you know about IOCL? Can you tell us something about IOCL?
No, sir, actually I haven't done my proper researches over it. That's why I am not able
You don't
to.
know anything about IOCL. And earlier you said that I am very much interested in joining.
Sir, it's basically related to refineries and oil, and it is controlling that.
So you know very little things about IOCL.
Yes,
So is it right that you do not know anything about one company or one person, and you are very much interested in joining that company or that person?
yes, sir. Sir, actually, I know that because I know something about IOCL. Like it is something corporation, and so,
What is the difference between ONGC and IOCL?
so I don't have this much in-depth knowledge.
Okay.
And I'm trying to enhance my knowledge, so I'll do the proper researches over it.
Okay. So you have studied a lot of books, as you told us.
Yes, sir.
So is there any person in this world who is your role model?
Sir, I am currently reading one book, Think and Grow Rich, where the writer was of writer name is Napoleon Hill, and he actually the his life learning was one of the major inspiration, and yes, that is the thing.
So he is your role model.
Yes, sir, I can say that, like, because actually, sir, he actually gathered he wrote this book. It was not his particular life learning, but it was the life learning of other people or other influential people, and he was gathering all such knowledges of people, and then he wrote it down for the betterment of other people, so that they can self improve or self enhance themselves. So that's why, like, he was very much inclined towards learning and learning from influential people, so he rose himself from a very small, and then like he gave this learning to his son also, so that's why I am very much
Okay.
inspired.
Now tell me, what strength do you see in yourself?
Sir, when I talk about this strength, sir, I personally feel that I am a very good team worker. When I actually worked in the team as a business analyst, sir, I was not only doing my part of analytics. I was trying to learn from other persons, like the developers. I had to directly communicate with them. So one thing is that I am very willing to learn. Another thing is that I am very much determined towards my work, and I can handle pressure very easily. Like, yes, there is some weaknesses too, that like that sometimes there was new opportunities and new tasks.
Okay. You said you are very much willing to learn, right?
Yes, sir.
Uh, when did you got this information that IOCL is coming for campus placement at your college?
Uh, Sir, um, maybe 3 or 4 days back. Three
Three
or
or 4 days. So during these 3 or 4 days, no interest about IOCL created in your mind. Were
Sir,
you thinking
actually,
to check something about IOCL, that if some big company is coming for placement, then I should get some information about that.
yes, sir. Sir, I have read some like the JDs has been shared with us, and I read something about the company. So I just read it in a nutshell that this company is related to Indian oil gas, and then moreover, I was mainly focused to be more technically sound, because this company is obviously hiring from Gate. Basically they hire from Gate, so they want students who are more technically sound. So I was trying to focus on my technical, you can say, my technical knowledge, and that's why I was not able to do these
Okay.
researches, and I planned that I will do it later.
Okay, so now our technical mentors, Sagar sir, you may continue, sir.
Hi Ria,
Hello, sir.
what are your favorite subjects in computer science?
Sir, mine is DBMS, and another one is object-oriented programming.
Okay, object-oriented programming. Okay, so first of all, I would like to know, like you have worked as a data analyst in a company, right?
Yes, sir.
So, if you have to explain to a in a layman terms, what is a data analyst? What is its
Sir,
roles and responsibilities? Yeah, can
sorry
you?
to sorry to interrupt, sir. Sir, it was the role of a business analyst.
Okay, business analyst.
Yes.
Okay. So, what were your responsibilities and roles?
Yes, sir. So, sir, my responsibilities was completely based upon client. I actually had to communicate with client. I had to jot down and their requirements, their goals, their what they actually want their project to do. What are their market? Like, I had to gather their requirements. Then after that, I was maintaining the stakeholders so that I can take them in loop while like the whole project development phase. And apart from that, sir, I had to do some analytics too. That's why I was maintaining databases also, like databases of stakeholders, databases of other people related to the project. And I was collaborating with the developer team. I was trying to, like, you can say, communicate with them. So yes, and another part was of Google Analytics, sir. I was finding the market trends and what is currently going in the market, so that I can give more knowledge and more input to the team so that they can work.
So what do you mean by maintaining databases? Like,
Yes, sir. Sir, maintaining databases are something like, sir, databases and DBMS are the two different things. So when I am talking about database here, so I was maintaining the Excel sheet for the company. If there is someone, when I talk about the stakeholder, so there was one stakeholder register which I'll give as an example. So I had to maintain those stakeholder Excel files where I was trying to keep them in loop according to the influence they have on the project. So everything related to those stakeholders, what are their strengths, what are their input in the company, how much input they are giving in the company. So all these things were maintained in the form of Excel or
okay, so
Excel format.
this is Excel part, right? There is nothing to do with database. So how database come into picture? Like,
Yes, sir. Database came into the sir. Actually, when I talk about database can be anything, sir. So database is something related, something we can call as the related data. So if there is stakeholder register, so it is related somewhere. Like what is the stakeholder doing in the project? So these are the database. And when we talk about the DBMS concept, sir, so I implemented DBMS concept after like the development phase was going on, and if I had to query something to check from the user perspective, I used to query by using SQL Server, and that was the role of mine.
okay. So are you aware of what do you mean by database sharding?
Database?
Sharding.
No, sir.
Okay.
I don't have this much depth knowledge about this.
Okay. So what is a candidate key for a table?
Yes, sir. For a table, be more than one candidate key, and candidate key is basically those keys which we can convert as a primary key. Like like for an example, if there is a table of the students, like a phone number can be a candidate key, and Aadhaar number can be a candidate key, and the roll number can also be a candidate key. But if we talk about the candidate key as a if we talk about making those candidate key as a primary key, so like if we ask any student that that you don't have a Aadhaar number, we can't take your admission after while we are taking the admission. So that would not be the scenario. So that's why it cannot make as a primary key. In some cases we can make it as a primary key, but yes, in major cases we can't. So these are the candidates.
Okay. So candidate key can be null or it cannot be null.
Sir, candidate can be null. Candidate key should be unique, but candidate can be null. Key can be null.
Candidate key can be null. Okay,
Yes,
but you
yes.
said we will pick a primary key from suppose you have a set of keys, then you will pick a key out of these candidate keys, and that will be primary key.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so primary
Yes.
key can also be null.
No, sir. Primary key cannot be null. Sir, when I talk about candidate key, sir, basically candidate keys, as I said, like I can make Aadhaar number as a candidate key, but as a primary key. But it is not the scenario that every student should have their Aadhaar card number as a primary Aadhaar card number at the time of admission. So at that situation, we will not make that particular key as a candidate key. We will use we will give registration number for that matter. We won't make that key as our primary key. That's what I want.
Okay. Are you aware of B trees and B plus trees?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like B tree were already there. So what is why we have another tree, similar kind of tree, B plus tree? What are advantages of B plus tree over B trees?
Sir, I don't know, sir. I just know a little about this, that in database, these B trees and B plus trees are the form in which tables are, in which actually the database is actually stored. That's why.
Okay.
That's the
So
thing.
one more thing, where is database stored actually? Like in
Sir,
RAM, in secondary memory, or where? In disk,
sir, it can be stored in hard disk.
hard disk. Okay. So these data structures, B tree and B plus trees, where are these implemented?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you.
So first you tell me what is B tree and what is B plus trees and why they are used.
Sir, yes, sir. As I said, I don't have much depth knowledge about what is the difference between both these keys, but I have this knowledge that that database is being stored as these formats, as B and B plus C.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes,
Okay, so only that much you know about B and B plus tree?
yes,
Okay, okay. Can I ask you a few programming questions?
yes, sir.
If you're
I'll
comfortable.
try.
Okay, I will ask you a few simple programming questions. So suppose you have been given a number n,
Yes,
and you have to tell me whether it is a power of 2 or not.
yes,
So
sir.
what will be algorithm for that?
Uh, Whether it is a power for, uh,
Whether the
can I use
number n
one
is
time?
power of 2 or not, like 2, 4, 16, 32.
Sir, please give me 1 second so that I can try to implement it. Sir, I cannot think of the proper algorithm right now.
Think of it. Think of taking a small example like 4, 16. How you will know that it is a power of 2?
Yes, sir.
Try taking modulo or dividing or something.
Sir, maybe we can, sir, maybe we can do that. For example, we take an integer named n, and we can go for one loop where we will initialize n as 0, and then we will try to try to return the value that if the the ceiling function of log 2n is equal to, is if it is equal to floor of log 2n, so maybe it can work like that.
Floor of log 2 and
Yes,
okay. Okay, let's move on to
sir.
next.
And basically we can also like in C++, as per my knowledge,
Hmm.
there is one method which we can use, it is power of 2, that I can initialize as a Boolean function.
Okay.
And yes,
Okay, so databases are very large, right, in GBs and all.
yes, sir.
So suppose you have to implement a function, sort function based on a column or based on a field. Which,
Sort function. Okay, sir.
yes, which algorithm, which sorting algorithm you will use? Data may be large.
Yes, sir.
Data may be
Uh,
greater than RAM.
okay, sir.
So which sorting algorithm you will prefer implementing it?
Maybe, sir, I'll go with bubble sort in that case.
But for bubble sort, I think whole data we have to bring into RAM, and that will go out of memory since RAM will not be um, large in size as
Yes.
compared to database. So how bubble
Yes.
sort?
Okay.
Okay, what is time complexity of bubble sort?
Sir, in worst case timing, maybe the time complexity is n raised to power 2.
Why? How?
Sir, sir, in bubble sort, we basically have to like compare like two of the numbers once, and then then again 2, then again 2, then we have to do these, like we have to iterate each of the 2 numbers in every iteration. So basically, by that we can say, like if there is 4 column, we have to compare compare it for the 4 and 5 times. So maybe that's why it is n raised to power 2.
Okay, okay.
Yes, so we have to like basically swap. In that case, we have to basically compare 2 numbers and then we have to swap. That is why.
Okay, so if you have 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, suppose 4, 3, 2, 1. So number of swappings
Yes.
will be 4, 3, then 3, 2. There will be 3 only, right?
4, 3.
Comparisons will be 3 only.
Sorry, 1 second, sir. 4, 3. 4, 3, 2, 1 would be the number.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Then
The comparison will
the
be.
number of comparisons and number of swappings, as you said. So those will be.
So in worst case timing, it can be like we have to go for each and every number so that it can. So if it is the number.
So this is
4,
worst case input only, right? Because it is reversed.
Yes, sir.
That's why I have given you this example.
Yes. Let me try to implement it once. Sir, actually, as per my understanding, sir, like if there is number 4321, then we first like iterate the first 2 number 4, 3, and then we will swap it, because 3 is all obviously smaller than 4. So we will swap it. Then we will check amongst 4 and 2, and as 4 is greater than 2, so we will swap that number. Then we will again compare that 4 and 1, and we will see that. That 4 is greater, so we will again swap it, and then we will again do the comparison between 3 and 2, and then 2 and 1, and by such method we have to go for again and again iteration. That's why that's the thing.
Okay, Ria. Okay, Sayam sir, I'm done. You can ask.
Okay, sir. Okay. Hi, Ria. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good. Okay, Ria, let me ask you one question. Like, if you are given a oil refinery data set, okay, so you want to analyze this oil refinery data set, and you work with the some company, suppose oil giant mining company, okay. So they have given you some data set for the locations of the refineries.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have data on oil samples from 3 regions. Okay, there are 3 regions from where you can take oil samples.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so like the company wants to, I mean, company wants you to build a model that will help to pick the region with the highest profit margin.
Yes, sir.
So you given 3 regions, how will you decide that which regions will be in highest profit margin?
Sir, I will be given 3 reasons, and I have to analyze which reason gives the highest
Profit
right?
margin. Yes.
Yes.
And you have some data along with that, like you have some parameters also: oil quality, volume, and pricing, etc., etc.
So basically, the pricing would be given to me, right?
Pricing, oil quality, and volume of the reserves.
Yes, sir. So I will just go for the proper analytics over it, and I will say I will compare all those 3 all those 3 reasons, and will according to the volume and the prices, I will figure it out that which one gives the higher profit.
No, but can you devise a model suppose machine learning model or some analytical model you can name off, which will give you the estimated value of each of the reserves?
No, sir, I can't think of any such.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay. Ria, do you know about data communication networks subject?
Yes, sir. I know about computer networks.
Okay.
Like yes, sir.
Okay. So suppose there is a communication channel. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what do you mean by network reliability in that communication channel?
Sir, network reliability.
Yes.
Sir, basically network reliability, as per my understanding of network reliability, sir. Sir,
Mhm.
if there is one, as you said, if there is one communication channel. So
Mhm.
if the communication protocol between the sender and the receiver uh, uh, is not very efficient, you can say,
Mhm.
and suppose like I am talking to you, and this is a communication channel, and
Mhm.
uh, and I'm the sender and you are the receiver. So if being a sender, what I intend to deliver you, you are not getting
Right.
that
But what are the parameters, or what are the what are the measuring parameters by which we can measure network reliability? The terminologies you can mention about.
I'm not aware of this fact.
Okay.
So actually, I am aware. I'm somewhat aware of this computer networks thing, but
Okay.
uh, yes, sir. But I don't know the terminology about it.
Okay. Okay. Ria, do you know about blockchain?
Blockchain, yes, sir. A bit of the minor.
Okay. Whatever you know, can you tell me?
Yes, sir. Sir, blockchain is basically. Uh, Let me just think about it.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Blockchain. Sir, blockchain basically, as per my understanding, sir, basically when there is one network, you can say, and if at every point, there is the recording of information, at each stage, at each chain, if there is a recording of information, and those information is very transparent to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
so that would be the definition of blockchain. So that someone if someone wants to uh, uh, as it is connected in the form of a chain, sir, so hacking or like changing the uh, data in such scenario would be difficult, because as it is transparent to everyone.
Okay. Okay. So, okay.
So
Um,
basically, the idea of this blockchain is of distributed data among all these
okay.
channels.
So, with the help of distributed database, like we achieve transactions. Okay, we want to do transparent transactions. So, in suppose in IOCL only you want to implement this blockchain technology. So, do you think of something like where we can implement this blockchain technology in IOCL?
Um, Sir, as I said earlier, sir, that I am not very well aware of the internal working of IOCL.
Okay.
So maybe I'm not in this stage of answering this question, but I will make sure that the next time, I'll get back to you guys
Okay.
so that.
Okay. Ria, have you heard the term smart mobility or e-mobility?
No, sir. Maybe I
Okay.
had heard it, but I don't know about it.
Okay. So, Ria, just a general question. Like, we are coming to the world where we are very much, I mean, less depend. We want to reduce our dependency on fossil fuels and this oil and all. And how do you see that IOCL will be earning their businesses after 10 or 20 years, where we will be, I mean, we will not left with much of the fossil fuels and this conventional sources of energy. So, do you think how will the IOCL will survive in future?
Sir, as per my understanding, sir, IOCL is something related to like oil and gas too. So if there will be not much utilization of oil, but there would be utilization of gas in any cases. So like by this means, sir, we can just say that, like, in any case, if there, like, if the if there would be proper, you can say, electric cars, or like the cars right now is coming, but they are using some sources, so that they can move, like, so that there will be mobility. So by any means there will be something, like, the gas dependency will always be there. So that is it.
Okay, Tyagi sir.
Okay. So Ria, you have not prepared well for IOCL information.
Yes.
Okay. So I will suggest you that you should go through that also.
Yes.
And one more question. What is your negative point due to which we should not recruit you?
Sir, I will just say that, sir, one of the major weakness as I faced till now was that, like, whenever I was given any new project or new task, I actually felt myself very much nervous, because that is the thing with most of the people. Like, they feel nervous when they actually appointed a new task. So, but whenever, like, got these opportunities or tasks, one thing was that I was very much nervous, but then I always overcame those nervousness, and I, like, try to overcome that. And as I said, that I am a very good person who can work under pressure. So, like, somehow enhanced my capability to do work. So that is the thing that may cause some trouble while initiating a project. But I know how to handle it. So I'll try to take measures to handle my problem or these
Okay.
scenarios.
And what is the most positive point, most important positive point due to which we should recruit you?
So, as I said, like, obviously, if I would be hired for this role, I would be hired as a member of a team, and I'm a very good team worker. I can with anyone, and I can listen to anyone. I am very much willing to learn. I would not take it. I would not take any learning, or either it is from my junior or it is from my senior, as any negative point. I would take it as the positive, and I would try to give my learnings to the team, and I would try to learn from the team. So this is the major strength that I possess.
Okay, okay. Last question. Do you know who is
Yes, sir.
Oil and Gas Minister of India?
No, I don't know.
You know about Petroleum Ministry?
Yes, sir. I know about Petroleum Ministry, but I don't know who is the Minister of India of Oil and Gas. Sir, I'll try to gather as much as information I can gather about it, and next time I'll make sure that all such questions I'll answer.
Okay, okay. So now your
Yes.
interview is over, and now let us provide you the feedback. So first, Sagar sir, provide her feedback.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So, Ria, yeah, which suppose if they ask you which subjects you gonna mention, like your favorite subjects, database only.
The database and object-oriented programming, as I
But
mentioned.
I think database you have not revised it or something, I think.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am little bit like weak in the theory part. So I am actually trying to overcome that thing, sir, because the database was the thing which we read in second year actually. So, sir, there is some major problem with the theory part, sir. But I'm actually doing my best so that I can.
I think you should at least mention 3 subjects. Like OOPS is like a small, that is a data, that is how software design their softwares. So that doesn't come under any subject, right? So
Yes,
you
sir.
should at least mention 2 more subjects, I think. When is your interview?
Sir, there is no any tentative date till now, sir, and also,
Okay, so you have time, right?
yes, sir. Maybe I have time, sir.
So I think,
It might just come suddenly. Also, I don't know how much time I have.
okay, so prepare database concepts in theory well, because I
Sir,
think you haven't revised, I guess. And
yes, sir. Sir,
and
sorry.
yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, do I have to like revise this coding part also, because sir, it was never my domain. So I was not much more into it. I was doing it for some freelancing or something. But as I said, I was inclined towards the analytics part. So I was doing all such things. So do I have to revise all these
Actually,
coding part
programming
also?
checks your mental ability, right? So
Yes.
that's why I think they can ask you. They can definitely ask you, since you are a computer science graduate. So they can
Yes.
definitely ask you a few data structures question and all, because these are fundamentals of computer science, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
anyways, you might be doing programming or coding in IOCL also. So
Yes,
they
sir.
may ask you. And
Okay.
so at least you
Try.
should have 3 subjects prepared well. uh, I think you should go for data structures and algorithms, and one is DBMS, and other one you can choose according to your choice. But till now I think you have not prepared well. So
Yes, sir, I haven't, sir. I actually had this idea that the interview is in the night, so I was trying to do such things like I was revising 3NF and normalization in database, and then I thought it would be in night, so I'll be well prepared. But actually, it came up, so that's
okay,
why.
okay, 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 fine. Okay, so give your interview again, I think,
Yes, and
after
I
that.
will try to overcome all such problems that I faced while giving this interview.
Yes.
And I was not able to answer most of the question, but I'll try to overcome.
Okay, okay, okay. Sayam sir, you can give your feedback.
Okay, sir. See, Ria, companies like IOCL, ONGC, and all ask for general questions. They won't they may ask you technical questions in depth as well, but they will expect you to answer like what IOCL. I mean, what is IOCL? How do they work and all? Okay, and they may expect some answers from your communication networks also. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
they have been asking this data communication networks in almost many interviews. So they may expect these answers. And if you say you are proficient with data analytics or business analytics, so they may ask some case study question as well. So you should be prepared of that as well. Okay. I
Yes, sir.
mean, you should be prepared with the mathematics behind that at least.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to ask one question, sir. As you asked me that reason one question, that how would we
Mhm.
find the maximum profit, sir? Can I know the answer of that question? And what
Yeah,
should
so basically they I mean the interviewer might be expect you to answer the stepwise procedure. So first you will collect the oil well parameters in selected region, that is whatever the variables I have told you. Okay, then you will build a model for predicting the volume of reserves in the new wells. Okay, because you want to predict. And third step will be pick the oil wells with the highest estimated values. So estimated values will be the result of your machine learning model or any mathematical model which you will implement. Okay, then you will pick the region with the highest total profit for the selected oil wells. So you can actually formalize this in a very good manner, which may
systematic?
sound technical. Okay,
Okay.
then you should be proficient with this data communication networks also, because they have a tendency to ask questions from this subject. Okay.
Okay.
And yes, third thing is whatever the recent jargons or whatever the recent terminologies which are floating in this computer world, you should be knowing that. That is
Yes.
blockchain or industry 4.0 or smart mobility, okay, e-mobility, e-governance, anything. So there
Okay.
can be a general question from here as well. Okay.
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 So, Ria, there are a lot of contradictions,
Yes.
and I have indicated you those contradictions. So,
Yes, sir.
from the starting, first, during your introduction you did not tell us the name of the college, so you should mention the name of the current BTech college. Okay,
Okay, sir.
because जिस कॉलेज में आप पढ़ रहे हो उस कॉलेज में आपके कैंपस प्लेसमेंट हो रहा है, तो वो आपके लिए काफी इंपॉर्टेंट कॉलेज है, तो इंट्रोडक्शन में उसको इंक्लूड आपको करना चाहिए. ओके.
Okay, sir.
देन आपने डिप्लोमा सॉफ्टवेयर में किया, कंप्यूटर साइंस में,
Yes, sir.
लेकिन आपने वहां पे फील कर लिया कि ये तो मेरे लिए नहीं बना है फील्ड,
Hmm.
ये आपने बताया,
Yes,
तो
sir.
उसी फील्ड में फिर आप ग्रेजुएशन करने जा रहे हो.
सर मेरा पॉइंट यहाँ पे था, शायद मैं आपको समझा नहीं पाई.
वो आपको ठीक करना है ना, कि जिससे
Yes, sir.
टीचर को समझाना ही तो तुम्हें है ना. अगर आप मुझे नहीं
Yes.
समझा पाए तो आप दूसरे इंटरव्यूअर को या रिक्रूटर को नहीं समझा पाएंगे, तो प्रॉब्लम आएगी. तो
Yes,
कैसे
sir.
समझाओगे उसको,
Yes, sir.
कैसे एक्सप्लेन करोगे?
सर मैं बेसिकली ये कहना चाह रही थी यहाँ पे सर कि जब मैं डिप्लोमा कर रही थी तो मुझे ये पता चला कि मैं मतलब एक थोड़ी मैं एक्सट्रोवर्ट टाइप की मतलब स्टूडेंट हूँ, और मुझे मतलब ऐसे पूरे टाइम मैं कोड और इन सब में मतलब ऐसे क्यूबिकल में बैठ के कोड नहीं कर सकती. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट सर, एज आई सेड कि मैं बिजनेस वगैरह की तरफ ज़्यादा इंक्लाइन थी, तो मतलब मैंने अपने नॉलेज को गेन करना चाहा, और इस वजह से मतलब मैं बीटेक करना चाहती थी, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली सर किसी भी टेक्निकल डिग्री का सिर्फ ये मतलब नहीं होता कि हमें कोडिंग वाले पार्ट में ही जाना है. हम और भी दूसरे स्ट्रीम्स में जा सकते हैं, जैसे डेटा एनालिटिक्स भी लोग डेटा एनालिस्ट और बिजनेस एनालिस्ट भी इन्हीं सारे रीजंस और इन्हीं सारे इससे बनते हैं. मतलब टेक्निकल डिग्रीज उनमें भी चाहिए होती है. तो ये सारी चीजें मैंने अपने बीटेक के टाइम में फिगर आउट करी, और इस वजह से मतलब मेरा ये था बीटेक.
चलो, तो आपको मतलब वो वहीं पे रिलेट करना है उसको ना.
यस सर, आई विल ट्राई टू मेक समथिंग गुड आउट ऑफ इट. आई नो सर अभी ये थोड़ा रॉ है और मैं मतलब सही से इसको एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, पर सर मैं कोशिश करूंगी कि नेक्स्ट
टाइम में अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस है, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट उसको और इम्प्रूव करना है.
यस.
दूसरा क्वेश्चन हमारा था कि आपने कहा कि मेरे लॉन्ग टर्म ऑब्जेक्टिव जो है, फ्यूचर में एंटरप्रेन्योर बनने में इंटरेस्टेड आप लगे. आपसे मैंने 2-3 बार पूछा एंड यू सेड यस. सो देखो, कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, ठीक है,
यस सर.
तो अगर आप उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को पहले ही बताओगे कि मैं तो बस 2-3 दिन महीने का या 2-3 साल का मेहमान हूँ यहाँ पे, उसके बाद तो मुझे अपना काम शुरू करना है,
यस.
तो वो एक पॉजिटिव पॉइंट नहीं होगा वहां पे.
यस.
ठीक है, कोई भी एम्प्लॉयर है तो वो एम्प्लॉय को लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए रिक्रूट करना चाहते हैं. उनका ये होता है कि वो जब चाहे आपको निकाल दें, बट आप जब चाहे जब ना जाओ, आप लंबे टाइम तक वहां पे काम करने के लिए ज्वाइन करो, ठीक है, बट वो अपनी मर्जी से आपको जब चाहे निकाल दो. ये एक थोड़ी मेंटेलिटी रहती है. तो यहाँ पे आपको क्या करना है, थोड़ा चेंज करना है अपनी प्लानिंग को, कि आपका फ्यूचर में ऑब्जेक्टिव है कि बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स में आप बहुत अच्छे लेवल के मतलब पर्सन बनो, आपकी अच्छी नॉलेज हो उसमें, ठीक है, और जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भी आप काम करो उसके बिजनेस को डेवलप मतलब इंक्रीज करने में आपका एक सिग्निफिकेंट रोल हो, रिकॉग्नाइज रोल हो, ये आप चाहते हो. कि जैसे IOCL है तो इंडियन ऑयल में मैं अगर काम करूं तो इस लेवल का मैं काम करूं कि पूरी इंडियन ऑयल में मेरा एक नाम हो अलग से, कि उस पर्सन की वजह से इस कंपनी ने बहुत ज्यादा ग्रो किया है. जिस भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में मैं जाऊं उसमें मैं ये रोल प्ले करना चाहती हूँ. ऐसे बहुत सारे पीपल होते हैं ना जो ज्वाइन करते हैं एज एन एम्प्लॉय और कंपनी के CEO तक बन जाते हैं लेटर ऑन. वो तभी बनते होंगे कि उनका वहां पे एक रोल होगा ना, इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट प्ले करते हैं, वो उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को बड़ा करने में वो एक इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं. तो मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव ये है कि मैं भी कोई ऐसा रोल प्ले करूं कि कंपनी के बिजनेस को, जैसे इंडियन ऑयल में अगर मैं जा रही हूं तो इंडियन ऑयल के बिजनेस को आगे इंक्रीज करने में, मल्टीपल करने में मेरा एक कंट्रीब्यूशन हो, और जो लोग पहचाने इसको, मतलब कि हाँ भाई इसका एक रोल है, ये मैं चाहती हूँ. तो ये पॉजिटिव होगा कि नहीं होगा?
यस सर, फॉर श्योर ये ज्यादा बेटर होगा.
अपना एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का आइडिया उसको भी छोड़ दो, बाद में देखना, जब प्लान बना लोगे, अर्निंग कर लोगे. अगर कभी फ्यूचर में बनता है तो फ्यूचर तो किसी का भी फिक्स नहीं है ना, कौन कब क्या करेगा. जो भी
Yes,
एम्प्लॉय ज्वाइन करता है फ्यूचर में कुछ भी कर सकता है, वो उसकी मर्जी है, बट वहां पे अभी एट द टाइम ऑफ इंटरव्यू आपको इस तरीके से अपने आंसर को बनाना है। ओके।
yes, sir.
और देखो इंडियन ऑयल के बारे में नॉलेज थोड़ा गेन करो।
Yes,
इंडियन ऑयल कंपनी कब बैकग्राउंड क्या है, कब एस्टेब्लिश हुआ था, ये क्यों हुआ था एस्टेब्लिश, ठीक है। एक पार्टिकुलर रीजन था इसका, इंडियन ऑयल को बनाने का ना बहुत बड़ा रीजन था। कभी इंडिया चाइना वार से रिलेटेड है वो, तो वो हिस्ट्री में जाओ थोड़ा। और कितनी रिफाइनरीज हैं, क्या मेन बिजनेस है इंडियन ऑयल के, बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स में जाओगे तो उसके बिजनेस के बारे में पता होना चाहिए ना, कि उसके प्रोडक्ट्स क्या क्या हैं, क्या प्रोडक्ट बनाता है IOCL। नेचुरल गैस भी बनाता है, पेट्रोल डीजल बनाता है, और क्या क्या चीजें वो डेवलप करता है, कौन कौन सी रिफाइनरी हैं, उनकी कैपेसिटी कितनी है, टोटल इंडियन ऑयल की पूरी कैपेसिटी कितनी है, रिफाइनिंग की कैपेसिटी, पूरे इंडिया में और कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं जो ये रिफाइनिंग का काम करती हैं, ONGC में और इसमें क्या डिफरेंस है, मैंने पूछा था आपसे। तो ONGC क्या करता है, वो क्रूड ऑयल को निकालता है वो, और वो क्रूड ऑयल मतलब जहां पे भी निकलता है, जहां पे उसके वेल्स होते हैं ऑयल के, वहां पे निकाल के उसको डिग करके और वो इसको देता है, IOCL को सेल करता है, और ये उसको रिफाइन करता है फिर। तो ये सब में एक आपको डिफरेंस पता होना चाहिए ना, BPCL, IOCL, HPCL, इनकी फंक्शनिंग क्या है।
okay, sir.
तो और साथ में फिर किस मिनिस्ट्री के अंडर आता है ये तो पता ही होना चाहिए। कोई भी बड़ी कंपनी है, इतनी बड़ी महारत्ना कंपनी है, तो उसके मिनिस्टर कौन है ये भी पता होना चाहिए हमें।
Yes, sir.
इंडियन ऑयल के जो चेयरपर्सन है वो कौन है, वो पता होना चाहिए,
Yes, sir.
ठीक है। और
Yes.
अभी जैसे एक क्वेश्चन तुमसे पूछा जा सकता है वहां पे कि भाई इंडियन ऑयल में ना बहुत ज्यादा प्राइवेटाइजेशन हो रहा है, सभी कंपनी में हो रहा है प्राइवेटाइजेशन,
Yes, sir.
तो उसका भी आपको आंसर करना है कि उसके बारे में अगर पूछते हैं कि ये सही है गलत है, आपका क्या इसमें अपना वो है पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, ठीक है।
फिर मैं सेट, तो इसमें मैं अपना इनपुट दे सकती हूँ ना, मतलब मेरे क्या व्यूज है।
आप अपना तो दे ही सकते हो, देखो सबके अलग ही व्यू होंगे इसमें, कोई एक एक्सेप्टेबल आंसर तो कोई नहीं होगा,
यस सर।
बट आपको क्या करना है कि ऐसा बैलेंस आंसर देना है कि आप ना तो प्राइवेटाइजेशन के बहुत ज्यादा खिलाफ है और ना ही बिल्कुल उसके फेवर में है, मतलब क्योंकि आपके हाथ में तो है नहीं वो चीज,
यस सर।
ठीक है। तो आपको बैलेंस आंसर देना है कि भाई प्राइवेटाइजेशन, प्राइवेट कंपनी में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, प्राइवेटाइजेशन होगा तब भी वर्क तो करना ही है ना, हमें तो काम करना है। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन प्राइवेट हो या गवर्नमेंट हो, उससे हमें कोई मतलब नहीं, हमें वर्क करना है ना, अपनी मेहनत करनी है,
यस
ठीक है।
सर।
और मेहनत करनी है तो दोनों में कर सकते हैं हम,
यस सर।
ठीक है। बट ये जो मतलब कि IOCL PSU जो बनाए गए थे, इनका एक ऑब्जेक्टिव था, तो कहीं ना कहीं ये नेशनल इंटीग्रिटी, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी से एसोसिएट रिलेटेड है। तो कुछ सेक्टर्स ऐसे होते हैं कि जहां पे नेशनल सिक्योरिटी भी इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, तो अगर प्राइवेटाइजेशन मान लीजिए करना है ऑयल सेक्टर में, तो ऐसा भी नहीं कि हम कंप्लीटली उसको किसी प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स के हाथ में दे दें और गवर्नमेंट का कोई कंट्रोल ही ना रहे फिर उसमें,
यस सर।
ठीक है ना, वरना फिर वो हमें पूरी कंट्री को कंट्रोल करना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं।
यस सर।
नेशनल सिक्योरिटी कंप्रोमाइज ना हो और नेशनल एम्प्लॉयमेंट अगर बढ़ने के चांस हैं, कंपनी के ग्रोथ के चांस हैं, अच्छे बिजनेस बढ़ने के, ठीक है, हमारी प्रोडक्टिविटी कंट्री की बढ़ने की, GDP बढ़ने के अगर चांस हैं, तो प्राइवेटाइजेशन में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। बट कुछ इश्यूज हैं जो वो ध्यान रखे जाने चाहिए, मतलब
यस सर।
ब्लाइंडली नहीं कर सकते उसको, या किसी पर्सन के इंटरेस्ट में ना हो वो, कि किसी बिजनेसमैन के इंटरेस्ट की वजह से प्राइवेटाइजेशन हो, ऐसा ना हो। मतलब ऑब्जेक्टिव नेशनल सिक्योरिटी, नेशनल ग्रोथ अगर होगा तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है प्राइवेटाइजेशन, क्योंकि एम्प्लॉय तो इंडिया के ही रहेंगे सभी लोग।
यस सर।
ओके,
ओके।
इस तरीके से आप आंसर कर सकते हैं।
यस सर।
और नेगेटिव पॉइंट आपका ठीक है, पॉजिटिव पॉइंट ठीक है। ये जनरल क्वेश्चन जो हम सभी जगह पूछे जाते हैं वो आपको प्रिपेयर करके रखने हैं।
यस सर।
ओके,
ओके सर।
सो नाउ आई एम एंडिंग दिस मीटिंग। ऑल द बेस्ट।
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच।